Children, today we are going to start the new exercise of integration. In this exercise, first we will learn how to do selection of proper substitution. That means this exercise is based on substitution as well. But here, let's discuss few points before starting the exercise. They will be helpful for us in this exercise. Like in the first point, whenever we have to integrate sine to the power nx dx, then what we'll do? We'll assume cos x as t. In this type of questions, if we get integration of sine to the power nx, where n belongs to a positive odd integer, then what we'll do? We'll let cos x as t. Okay, cos to the power nx dx, where n belongs to positive odd integer, then what we'll do? We'll assume sin x as t. Then third point, if we have sec to the power nx dx, and here n is positive even integer. Here n is positive even integer. Okay. Then what we'll do? We're going to assume tan x as t. For cos x to the power nx, we're going to assume cot x as t. Here n equals to positive even integer. If it is given that integration of sine to the power px cos to the power qx dx, and p is a positive odd integer, then let cos x as t. N is positive odd integer. Right, same as here. And if it is given that sine to the power px cos to the power qx dx, then we are going to assume sin x as t, where q is odd integer, positive odd integer. So if you find q as a positive odd integer, we are going to assume sin x as t. If we have p as a positive odd integer, it will be easy to us to integrate, right? To do proper substitution. In the next point, the seventh point, it is given that integration of in bracket cos x plus sin x f cos sin 2x dx. If this type of question comes where we have cos x plus sin x, the derivative of sin x minus cos x. So if we differentiate sin x minus cos x, we will get cos x plus sin x. So what we are going to assume? We are going to put the value of sin x minus cos x as t. And then cos x plus sin x dx equals to dt will come. Right. And similarly, if we have in integration in the form of cos x minus sin x in bracket fx sin 2x dx. Now if we have cos x minus sin x, this is the derivative of sin x plus cos x. Right, if we differentiate this expression, we'll get cos x minus sin x. So we're going to put this value as t. Alright children. The next point, dx upon a sin integration of dx upon a sin square x plus b cos square x. What we are going to do here, how we are going to simplify, we are going to divide both numerator and denominator by cos square x. And after the division, we are going to substitute tan x as t. We are going to assume the value of tan x equals to t. Then sec square x dx will become dt. Numerator will get sec squares. Okay. Note down all these points first, and we'll do the sums based on these points afterwards. Right? Note down please. Okay children, let's solve few sums. Now I've taken this sum. Here we have to integrate cos root x upon root x dx. Right. So what we are going to assume? We are going to assume that root x equals to t. So if we remove root, power 1 by 2 will come. That means it is written x to the power 1 by 2 equals to t. Differentiating with respect to x, both sides, it will be 1 by 2 x to the power minus 1 by 2 equals to dt upon dx. So if we find out the value of 1 by root x dx, it will be 2 dt. So here you can see that it is written 1 upon root x dx. So in place of 1 upon root x dx, we can put 2 dt, 2 is constant, will come out and it will become cos t. Right. So integration of cos t with respect to t will be sin t. So it will become 2 sin t plus c. On substituting the value of t that we have assumed as root x, we'll get 2 sin root x plus c. Alright children. See another sum. Here we have to integrate e to the power tan inverse x upon 1 plus x square dx. Now what we are going to assume here, tan inverse x as t, because the derivative of tan inverse x is 1 upon 1 plus x square. So when we differentiate, we'll get 1 upon 1 plus x square equals to dt upon dx. So 1 upon 1 plus x square dx equals to dt. That means the denominator in dx will become dt and this will become e to the power t. Integration of e to the power x is, dx is e to the power x. So integration of e to the power t dt will be, with respect to t, it will be e to the power t plus c. Substitute the value of t, will get the answer. Alright children, note down these sums please. Now let's see another sum children. In this sum it is given that integrate sine to the power 7x dx. So sine to the power 7x, sine to the power nx dx, if you remember in the first point n belongs to positive odd integer, what we have, we must need to assume cos x equals to t. Then let's transform this in the form that we're going to assume that cos x equals to t. Sine to the power 7x can be written as sine to the power 6x into sine x, right? We can break sine to the power 6x as sine square x to the whole cube into sine x dx. Sine square x can be written as 1 minus cos square x to the whole cube. A minus b to the whole cube is a cube minus b cube minus 3ab a minus b into sine x dx. Okay children. So when we multiply this inside the bracket, we'll get a cube minus b cube minus 3a square b plus 3ab square. So we'll get 1 minus cos to the power 6x minus 3 cos square x plus 3 cos to the power 4x into sine x dx. Now if we assume cos x as t, differentiating both sides with respect to x, minus sine x dx equals to dt upon dx, minus sine x equals to dt upon dx. So sine x dx will be minus dt. So in place of this sine x dx, we can put minus dt. So minus I have written outside, it is dt. And we can put cos x as t, so it will be 1 minus t to the power 6 minus 3t square plus 3 to t to the power 4. So when we integrate 1, we'll get t. We integrate t to the power 6, we'll get minus t to the power 7 upon 7 minus 3t cube upon 3. 3 will get cancelled. Plus 3t to the power 5 upon 5, right? Multiply minus inside and substitute the value of t as cos x. We'll get minus cos x plus cos to the power 7x upon 7 plus cos cube x minus 3 by 5 cos to the power 5x plus c. So this will be the answer of this sum. Alright children, understood how to solve? Note down the solution please. Let's see another sum children. Now we have to integrate tan square x sec to the power 4x dx. So what we are going to assume, what we are going to do first, we are going to write sec to the power 4x as sec square x into sec square x. This sec square x, when we convert into tan, we can write as 1 plus tan square x. Okay, we leave this sec square x. So when we multiply this tan square inside this bracket, we'll get tan square x plus tan to the power 4x in bracket into sec square x dx. Now what we'll assume? We'll assume tan x as t. So tan x as t, differentiating with respect to x, we'll get sec square x dx as dt. Substituting the value of tan x as t, in place of this sec square x dx, we can write dt. This will become t square plus t to the power 4. Integration of, in bracket, t square plus t to the power 4 dt. So t square integration is 1 by 3 t cube plus 1 by 5 t to the power 5 plus c. On substituting the value of t, we will get 1 by 3 tan cube x plus 1 by 5 tan to the power 5x plus c. Alright children, note down the solution please. Let's see another sum. Children, in this sum, it is given that integrate 4x cube into under root 5 minus x square dx. So what we are going to assume? We are going to assume that 5 minus x square equals to t. So if we do that and if we differentiate with respect to x, we will get minus 2x dx equals to dt, right? And x, the value of x dx will become minus 1 by 2 dt. So from here, from this point, if we find calculate the value of x square, we will get x square as 5 minus t. Transfer this x square this side, t that side. The value of x square that we can obtain is 5 minus t. Now see here, this x cube can be written as x square into x. X dx, the value of x dx we have calculated is minus 1 by 2 dt. So minus 1 by 2 dt we have substituted. X square we can write as 5 minus t. and under root t, because 5 minus x square we have assumed as t. Now when we multiply this root t inside these two terms, in these two terms, we'll get 5 root t. Minus 2 we'll get here. Minus 2 into 5 root t. Minus minus plus 2 into t to the power 3 by 2 dt. So t to the power 1 by 2 when get integrated, we'll get t to the power 1 by 2 plus 1 upon 1 by 2 plus 1, it will be 3 by 2. Okay, so 2 will get reciprocal, 2 to the 4, 5 the 20, minus 20 by 3, t to the power 3 by 2. When we substitute the value of t as 5 minus x square, we'll get minus 20 by 3 in bracket 5 minus x square to the power 3 by 2. Similarly, t to the power 3 by 2 will become t to the power 5 by 2 upon 5 by 2. This 2 will get reciprocal, it will become 4 by 5. Substituting the value of t, which is 5 minus x square, will get in bracket 5 minus x square to the power 5 by 2 plus c. So this will be the answer for this sum. Note down the solution, please. Children, next exercise is based on 4 standard integrals. We're going to start this exercise with a simple example like in the differentiation. If you remember, d by dx of sine x is cos x. So integration of cos x will be sine x. Alright. Similarly, here we are going to do d by dx of minus log cos x is what? If we differentiate, what we'll get? We'll get tan x. Or we differentiate log sec x, again we'll get tan x. So if d by dx of log sec x is tan x, that means the integration of tan x will be cos mod of sec x plus c or minus log mod of cos x plus c. Right. Applying the same concept, d by dx of log sin x is cot x, so integration of cot x will be log sin x plus c. Integration of sec x will be log mod of sec x plus tan x plus c, or log tan pi by 4 plus x by 2 plus c. Integration of cosec x dx equals to log cosec x minus cot x plus c or log tan x by 2 plus c. Okay, if we differentiate these two terms, we'll get the answer cos x. So the integration of cos x will be either this one or this one. Alright children, note down these formulas please. Okay, let's see children how we are going to use those formulas in our sums, in solving our sums, right? Suppose I have taken a sum here in which it is given that integrate sine 2x upon sine 4x dx, right? So let's just simplify the denominator first. Sine 4x can be written as 2 sine 2x cos 2x by the formula of sine 2x. Sine 2x is 2 sine x cos x, so sine 4x will be 2 sine 2x cos 2x. So this sine 2x and sine 2x will get cancelled, 1 by 2 will come out as a constant. And what we are left with inside as the integral, it will be 1 upon cos 2x. So 1 upon cos 2x can be written as sec 2x dx. Alright. So we get sec 2x as an integrand. So 1 by 2 into 1 by 2, it will become, let 2x as t, differentiating with respect to x, 2 dx equals to dt. So value of dx will become 1 by 2 dt. So when substitute the value of 2x as 1 by 2, dx as 1 by 2 dt and 2x as t, so it will become 1 by 4 integration of sec t dt. Okay, so when we integrate sec t with respect to t, what we'll get? Log sec t plus tan t in mod, log mod of sec t plus tan t. This is the formula that we have studied. Okay, if sec t is the integrand, then the integral will be log mod of sec t plus tan t plus c. So if we substitute the value of t here as 2x, so what will be the answer? 1 by 4 log mod of sec 2x plus tan 2x plus c. Understood children? Please note down the solution. Let's see another sum children. Now in this sum it is given that integrate dx upon cos x minus alpha into cos x minus beta. So whenever this type of question comes, what we will do, we will multiply cos sine alpha minus beta in numerator and denominator. So this sine alpha minus beta can be written as sine x minus beta bar bracket minus x minus alpha bar bracket. If we solve, if we remove this bar bracket, we'll get x alpha minus beta. So this is another way of writing alpha minus beta. Now what we'll do, we'll apply sine a minus b formula. Sin a cos b minus cos a sin b, right? So when we do that and write the terms separately, so it will become sin alpha x minus beta into cos x minus alpha minus cos x minus beta sin x minus alpha, right? So this cos x minus alpha and cos x minus alpha will get cancelled. Same as here, cos x minus beta and cos x minus beta will get cancelled. Sin x minus beta upon cos x minus beta will become tan x minus beta, and sin x minus alpha upon cos x minus alpha will become tan x minus alpha. When we integrate these terms with respect to x, we'll get log sec x minus beta in modulus minus log sec x minus alpha in modulus, okay, plus c. So log m minus log n can be written as log m upon n. It will be log m upon n. So m is sec alpha minus x minus beta and n is x minus alpha. So it will become log sec alpha x minus beta upon sec x minus alpha. Alright, so this will be the answer for the sum. Alright children, understood? Note down the solution please. Let's see another sum children. Now in this sum we have to integrate sin x plus cos x upon 1 plus sin 2x dx. So what we'll do first, we'll simplify the denominator. We write 1 as sin square x plus cos square x, and now you can see it is written a plus b to the whole square, formula a square plus b square plus 2ab. So this sin square x plus cos square x plus 2 sin x cos x can be written as sin x plus cos x to the whole square. So this square and this numerator will get cancelled. What we are left with, integration of 1 upon 1 plus sin x plus cos x dx. Now what we'll do, we'll multiply and divide root 2 in the denominator. In the denominator, multiply and divide it by root 2. So 1 by root 2 will come outside. It will be 1 upon root 2 sin x plus 1 upon root 2 cos x. Okay children. So this 1 upon root 2 can be written as cos pi by 4. Again 1 upon root 2 can be written as sin pi by 4. So it is written 1 upon sin x cos pi by 4 plus cos x. X will be here. Cos x sin pi by 4. Alright. So this is the formula of sin x plus pi by 4. 1 upon sin theta is cosec theta. So it will become 1 upon root 2 integration of cosec x plus pi by 4 dx. Integration of cosec x is log cosec x minus cot x mod of, right? So the integration of cosec x plus pi by 4 will be log 1 upon root 2 log mod of cosec x plus pi by 4 minus cot x plus pi by 4 plus c. Alright children, please note down the solution.